It's January 24th, 2021, and going to talk about CCIV. It's a SPAC name that's going to potentially merge into Lucid Motors, which is going to start to deliver their Air EV in April 2021. So if you don't have time, our target price for CCIV is about $38 to $40. And how do we make 350% from this trade? That's the high level of this talk. If you don't have time, you can stop here. The next slide, we're going to briefly highlight this week, January 18, 2021, has a really nice week again in January. Day trading, we actually had several short squeeze play, GME, 700%. Our model actually just predict that GME will only go to $60. Eventually, crazy went up to $72. So we only make 700%. Otherwise, should have made 2,000-3,000%. Also hitting on BBBY. On the earning play, we had Netflix, Intel, Apple, Microsoft, multiple hits. As one of our Apple trade, make about $1,400. I think this is the 107%. For scope, we actually had SPX and Lee, which is also over 100% return. For stock, we actually scoped GRTS and gonna hit 53%, which is pretty nice. Swing trading, we had option NDM, which give us 100% return in about 2 weeks. That's also very nice. Swing trading is relatively quiet this week because we're waiting for the January 20th inauguration, and then we start to add some more positions, etc. We also have a long-term investment program that we don't take any profit this week. We didn't take any profit this week, but this is a 2020 portfolio. We actually average return per trade is 19%, and the winning rate is 89%. So pretty much only 3 lost trades that we are forced to stop out. Otherwise, almost all the positions that we traded are almost green. So yeah, if you like our content, feel free to check us out on MoneyPigTrading.com or our Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram, and like this video on MoneyPigTrading.com. So the next one is we're going to talk about Lucid Motors. It's actually a high-end consumer EV. It's going to release this Air Pure model, which is about $70,000. And you can see this is getting from LucidMotors.com. Their most expensive limited edition is around 160,000. So it's definitely a high-end EV. A lot of people on the internet are talking about they are a competitor of Tesla. In my humble opinion, I don't think they are really competing with Tesla since they are focusing on really high-end market. Instead of Model 3 aiming at around $30,000, $35,000, $40,000, Lucid Motors is looking for a more high-end market. And they plan to start to deliver some of their Air models in April 2021, so it's pretty upcoming. And they're based in Fremont, California, so that's in the Silicon Valley. It's not too far from where I live since I'm in the Bay Area as well. And that's why I also pay a visit to their a store in San Jose. So I actually talked to them. This is the picture I just took. A lot of people are really curious about their car. It's a really nice car, a really nice EV battery capacity. They said once you charge it, it can run about 500 miles, 517 miles. And if you use their supercharge system, you can charge in 10 minutes, charge 150 miles, which is pretty decent. So pretty much about 35 minutes, you are going to fully charge your car. And this range is better than Tesla as well. However, if you're using regular 110 volts charge, it will probably take 2 to 3 days. That's what the sales people told me. Currently, they don't have like a charging infrastructure like Tesla does, but they actually partner with the Electrify America Charging. Where Electrify American Charging provide a lot of charging station, and also talked to them. They said that the Lucid cards actually support universal chargers. So if you travel, you don't really need to bring like a converter, like if you own a Tesla. So yeah, it's pretty nice. But without the charging infrastructure, the one thing the shareholder need to be aware of is if they want to build a charging infrastructure like Tesla, that will burn a lot of cash in Lucid Motors' case. The rumor is on the internet right now, people are saying that potentially they are going to be public in April 2021. So if that's the case, it's really hard for Lucid Motors to IPO within such a short amount of time. So quite likely they're going to have a SPAC. And just to reinforce the rumor, I should check lucidmotor.com, their career. You can see they're actually actively hiring analysts for investor relations and also hiring a director of investor relations. So that's another important sign that we believe Lucid Motors is trying to be a public company very soon. Now let's talk about CCIV Churchill Capital 4. So Churchill Capital is they actually launched several SPACs. SPAC means Special Purpose Acquisition Corporation. So it's a blank check company that raised the funding and in the goal to merge into some startups and make the startup become public. So Church Capital had merged with MLPN and CCC, these two stocks. So it's actually had some track record, and the leadership there is Clint. He's a former city executive. So it's a pretty well-known person, has a good track record. And like I said, CCIV is a SPAC. And right now the plan is they actually tried to acquire DirecTV, but it didn't work out. So right now, the first article came out a few weeks ago that Bloomberg said CCIV plans to merge with Lucid Motors. I was a little hesitated to put the trade, but on last Friday, January 22nd, Los Angeles Times also reported it, making it more credible. And also seeing those job posts about investor relations, it does sound like, and because of the timeline, Lucid Motors potentially going to merge into a SPAC. And based on the news report, most likely it will be CCIV. So again, it's a binary event, it's a speculative trade. So how can we trade it? So first, let's take a look at CCIV chart. This Friday actually pushed up, closing at $22.35. I think after the market, it got pushed to $23, $24. And based on how popular the news and people are talking about it on social media, I'm so sorry. It closed at $23.40. Based on Fibonacci extension, the price target we have is $30.81 and $38.98. The reason we cannot really use any fundamental model to offer a price target because we really don't know any details. How even if CCIV is going to merge into Lucid Motors, like how many outstanding shares, what is the valuation of Lucid Motors, blah 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 blah. So I think having any estimate right now, it's not realistic and it's not honest in my humble opinion. So the last line in this case is all-time high is only used Fibonacci extension. So that's our target, $30.81 and $38.98. If there are more updates, happy to make another YouTube video to provide more concrete target price. So assuming CCIV is going to go to $38.98, how can we trade this binary event? So the easiest way is just to long CCIV stocks at right now $24 or around $24. Assuming CCIV goes to $38.98, you'll probably get about 62%. If CCIV is trading at $10 a share, in my opinion, if CCIV failed to merge into Lucid Motors, it's probably going to drop back to around $10 where it started. So that's why if CCIV go to $10, that means the merge didn't go through. This stock you will drop about 58% if you buy at $24 per share. So that's why for a more advanced trader, actually highly recommend to buy some CCIV put options just to hedge your position to protect your stock, because you don't want to get into a case that, yes, potentially you're going to make 62%, but once it failed, you're going to lose 58%. The risk-reward ratio is about 1-to-1. That's pretty bad. So better buy some put option. When the price drop, your put option is going to be a couple hundred, if not 1,000% or more. The other way is just do do naked calls. You can do a more risky February 25th 25 call. That's a very short term. It's about 3 weeks before this contract expire. It's at $3.85. So potentially CCIV go to our target price, you're going to make 363%. But if CCIV failed, go to $10 a share, your call options is probably going to be worthless. So you're going to lose 100%. To hedge, again, better to buy some put options in this case. Your call option is more like a leverage play, aka long stock, but this is like more leveraged, so you can get more gain and you can see the numbers. The other way is if you're betting on CCIV going down, or if you want to hedge, at least in my humble opinion, again, we're not registered financial advisors, so please do your own due diligence and take this as education purposes. But yeah, I in our humble opinion, I think May 2021 is a safer play because Lucid Motors plans to be public in April, right? So why don't we just buy it into May, so we have the peace in mind that it's going to happen before this contract expires. So in that case, the more time you buy, the more expensive the contract is. So in this case, May 2021, if we do 22.5 call, that's about $8. So asset unit price is $800. You always have to multiply by 100. If CCIV goes to our target price, your put option is going to be worthless. But if CCIV go down to $10, yeah, you're going to make 156%. The other more advanced way to play this is called reverse iron condor options. It requires a little more advanced technique that I plan to make a more detailed video and how to play this trade in Thinkorswim the following week or two. But basically what you can do is by the May 21st, 2021 expiration day and use this 30, 22.5, 20, 15 4-leg reverse iron condor. So basically what it does is we're betting on the price that's going to be in between $30 and $15. Outside of the range of $30 and $15 range. If the price is closed above $30 or below $15, by May 21st, 2021, you are going to make maximum amount of profit, which in this case is 186%. And the unit price for this contract is $5.25. Again, you have to multiply by 100. So asset unit price is $525 for this reverse iron condor options. And the max loss you're going to take for this reverse iron condor is 100%. So it looks to me the best risk reward ratio over here is the CCIV February 25th, 25 call, but you don't buy enough time. That's only 3 weeks away. Maybe no events will happen before that. There's a possibility that CCIV is going to pin, maybe between $25 to $30 in this period of time until the rumor got confirmed, maybe like a month or 2 or 3. Then CCIV really pushed to 38, 39, 40, or even above. So yeah, that's a risk if you buy any February contract. Yeah, that's the risk you have to be aware of. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a high-level view of CCIV and Lucid Motors, and bring this information to you as education purposes. Again, we're not registered financial advisors, and please give us a follow on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, and check us out on MoneyPigTrading.